Am I the only person who feels sorry for Joe Biden? I mean, I have before he become president. I felt compassion for him. In a way, because he wanted to become president, maybe that was a dream all his life, and I can't take that dream away from him. He must have had that. He went to politics to become the president. And it's such a shame, because I think at heart he's a good guy, and it's such a shame he came at the presidency so late in his life when he maybe doesn't have the energy to dominate his cabinet room or the White House, whatever room they sit in America, and dominate his position, because he must run out of energy very quickly at his age. And I think it's sort of sad in a way. I'm not been putting down on anyone. Yes, you can have I've been the president of America on his gravestone, and it's a great, and he passed his legacy on his kids and all that sort of stuff. But I still can't help feeling, because I respect older people. I was brought up to respect older people. It was what it's instilled in me. I can't help it. I can't have politics. There's nothing to do with how I respect older people. It's just something I had instilled as a kid, and I've lived by that. It's a very important motivation. It's a very important bit of philosophy. Respect older people, because they've got greater wisdoms than us, no matter who they are. They've had more experiences than us. So, regardless of the politics of America, which is horrible, and it's a shambles not because of Joe Biden. No blaming Joe Biden or Donald Trump. Neither of them are to blame. They're just part of the circumstances America finds itself in because of the massive amount of control big corporations have over the political system, because it helps fund the parties or whatever it does. And this is a great shame. I'm not knocking profits. People are entitled to make profit, become billionaires, trillionaires. It's irrelevant. But when there aren't policies in politics to keep the people, sustain the society through health and well-being, as number one capital, regardless. Number one capital of society is to be healthy and fit and healthy, well fed and looked after. So they don't need hospitals so much. If America was all very, very healthy, like Joe Biden is, at his age, 78, he's doing bad. I think he's brilliant. He can do push-ups, he said. And I admired him for that. Because a lot of young people, a lot younger than Joe Biden, are not as fit as Joe Biden. So in that way, I think Joe Biden's a leader to young people in another way that they maybe don't realise. A leader in America in another way that people don't realise, because he's fit and healthy at 78, well 9 now, wherever he is, I don't know his birthday. But I've got to take my hat off to him to get up there and do any work, anything at all, which is so much stress on the guy. In the way the world is so much stress with this COVID thing and with everything else what's going in America. He's got to think, I'm dealing with this. And I don't think the American press, I don't think all the politics in America are helping him. They're not helping him. They're not showing any respect for his age. Because the fact that he's fit and healthy ought to be the thing they most respect about him. And if everyone said, no matter what Joe Biden is and his political views, if everyone was as fit and healthy as Joe Biden, there'd be far less deaths over COVID and far less deaths from diabetes and all the lifestyle illnesses that plagues America, costing it a fortune and causing all sorts of things to happen, which is bringing America down. It's all about health. Everything what's collapsing in America is all about mental health, physical health, spiritual health. The health of the political system, it all gets down to health. It's like the whole system is sick. But I know there's all sorts of stories about Joe Biden, and I don't really care about his past. There's no point in that past thing all the time. We reiterate the past all the time. Oh, God, it's boring. I mean, it really is boring. There's no new stories anymore. It's just about the past. And someone, he did this and that. But if you looked at Joe Biden as an example of how a man can keep fit at least, no matter what his politics is, every man at 78 was as fit, a woman was as fit as Joe Biden at his age, America wouldn't have an health problem. It wouldn't have a violence problem. It wouldn't have a crime problem. It wouldn't have any of that. They wouldn't just have a healthy society. No matter how rich or poor you are, as long as you've got a roof over your head, which is a shame about what happens in America in that way. That's a cruel society that allows so many homeless. And so many people allow themselves to degenerate so much they become homeless. And then they wreck the trash to places that they're given by the government and state anyway. So that's a real tragedy in itself. People destroy their own neighbourhoods with crime and violence and trash. And what kind of government can't do anything about that? Joe Biden can't do that. Donald Trump can't do anything about it. Only the people themselves can fix America. Politicians can't fix America. They reckon it. And the corporations have wrecked it. The people have to fix America by saying, where's our examples? And Joe Biden's a good example how a man should keep fit and healthy throughout his life. And that alone, regardless of politics, is the best thing any nation can do. Having said there's no spirituality because we're rationalists, what about spirituality towards keeping fit and healthy, mentally and physically active and eating the right food? Then America can heal itself naturally rather than get into some boiled down sort of civil war or wherever it's going to settle something that's been created in the minds of people by politics and media. I have compassion with Joe Biden because he's got a terrible job on his hands. I do not envy him. We can't say we can do a better job than him because we don't know what controls him. So, I'm not into putting rubbish on old men, on 70-year-old guys having a go from the stress he's in. I think we should have sympathy and compassion for someone who's older than us. And that might be a lesson in itself. That might help America snap out of its infantile tantrums it keeps throwing at each other for one reason or other, because it can't have a congenial discussion about anything anymore, because the media won't allow it, and half the people in the media won't allow it either, and are not able to do so, and just shout others down because we don't want to. They're shutting speech down because they don't want to hear, because it might cause them an emotional happening or something. Well, it's not. It's unhealthy to have that attitude about free speech. That is unhealthy. And I think both sides in America are to blame. Not Joe Biden or Donald Trump. They're just symptoms. They're just part of the flow of things. They just happened. They cannot. No politician, Donald Trump or Biden or anyone else, can fix America's problems. That's got to come from the people.